Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another beautiful day in the land of the Borderlands. And today, you know the drill. Today we're carrying on with our look. I hope that we get there. Oh, I just remembered that I didn't upload any of the videos that I recorded, but hey, during the weekend, it's fine. We'll persevere. We'll lead us to kings. How's everybody doing? How are things? Look, it was a good weekend. It was a good, relaxing, I guess, or, very social weekend. Had much time spent amidst friends, and also a whole lot of time sleeping off this damn, allergy that I'm going through. It's, look, it evolved into a sinusitis. I've been feeling like a pain, like surrounding my left eye for the last like 2 or 3 days. Look, again, anytime I talk about a disease and it's like, oh, I've been in pain. Don't look, the air that I'm putting on, or airs, I guess, is not like you should feel bad for me. It's purely like, I'm simply a reporter for my own body's, occurrences. Oh god, I have no ammo, brother! What am I doing here? Okay, I guess we're doing this a little bit analog style. I'm merely a reporter, like all I'm doing pretty much is like, I'm first of all, I'm talking shit, right? Like, it's simply like a thread to pull on whilst we like, find the sweet dough of dialogue. And until then, we gotta cook with, some, dare I say it, some mediocre, like, not only, a chef blames his tools or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to get into it. I'll trust you to, to fill in the gaps, isn't it? What commentary is all about is pretty much like an ad-lib for the viewer. And you can, like, put in... Well, a lot of people, I guess, on Reddit already do that, where they kind of make stuff up that you say. So, I'm, like, cutting out the middleman. What was I talking about at the very beginning? Something about me being in chronic illnesses? Yeah, so I don't mean it in, like, a, feel bad for me. It's purely a, this is what's, like, happening in my life. Like, I'm not... don't be eye-rolling straight as you start the video. Like, oh my god, here we go again. He's about to talk about his health. Yeah, man, it's me, okay? If you wanna watch somebody with their face like 2 inches away from the screen playing video games and hitting headshots non-stop, you know who to watch, okay? Because you're subscribed to like 5 of them. You guys, guess what? They, you keep swapping between them because they don't talk, okay? Look, that is unnecessary shade, and I want to apologize that one time that I talked. It wasn't even badly. It was mostly, hopefully a little comically about different streamers. Look, we all get busy. Were you guys there whenever, like, Twitch was going through the changes and then introducing like a more just stalking like option for people? That was kind of cool. Not sure if we can say the same thing about, the IRL section. that maybe introduced some demons that, or a Pandora's box that we didn't really need in like, let alone Twitch, but in life, I guess. Hold on. There's many things happening. First, my nose is beginning to do a little bit of itching, so sensory overload from one side, and then, okay, you talking? Okay, it was the. Is the audio like super low? Hold on. For me, it feels a little low. No, this is the normal audio. Okay, I've just been. You guys have problems with like different headphones and stuff. You know, while you think on an answer with that, let me mute up real quick, because you know what's the deal is. You know, like those people who listen to audio too loudly and then like have hearing problems for the rest of their lives or whatever. If you guys like fucked with that, like in Vivo, you guys experience that yourselves instead of having to read it through like a forum or something that tells you how to think, or sorry, maybe I'm going off a little too hard. You know what I'm talking about, like in a non like extremist sense, I guess. We saw something there that I wish we didn't see. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so the reason I bring it up, obviously, is, I have like 2 sets of earpieces, right? And I'll get into the history of the earpieces, in my household, slash not household, but, you know, within, I guess, you know, if my body's a temple, it is kind of a housedom or something like that. And the other pair that I have, very loud. I have to, like, you know, crank down the volume to about like 80% on my overall system. Hold. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Ah, right, it's here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. Doing some like behind the scenes stuff. And so it's slightly louder, and I have to like crank that shit down so it doesn't like blow out my eardrums or whatever. And I kind of, but you know, I used it over the weekend. It helps me hear people a little bit better, and it has the added nice effect of it being like wireless, which is like the primary function, I guess, that I would say that's why I use it. But yeah, the loudness is like one of the reasons why I don't use it for streaming, right? Because it gets my audio like sense all fucked up. You know, it's kind of like whenever you rely on your touch and somebody cuts your hands off or something like that. I'm sure like everybody can, you know, it's a very relatable experience. Sorry. And yeah, yeah, you fucking you understand like the gist of it. I don't need to like milk that cow. It's already dead. But maybe more interestingly, or perhaps just like a little factoid. Oh, hold. We have no ammo on one set. Oh, never mind. We have a shit ton of ammo now. I don't know how that happened, but also, where's my? Oh, I remember why I had no ammo. I was fighting off what's his face, Nox, over the weekend. I didn't like fully complete a run. I was like mid killing him while waiting for some stuff, and then this stuff happened, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll close the game now. But look, can I say as a gamer, I've made some strange choices over the years. Some things that might, like, you know, not get me hung by the council, but at the very least will raise some eyebrows, maybe, within the gaming community. And I don't know if many other people out there have ascended to this level such as I. Well, when you think of a picture of a gamer, you know, what do you think of? You think of probably the fat guy from South Park or whatever. But like, you know, subdivided, okay? Like, don't think, I'm not talking about, you know, don't look down, okay? Look, my eyes are up here. Start from up, like maybe the most up one can within the human body, the top of the head. Headsets, right? That's the things that makes a gamer silhouette is having like those big circle, those big what is it, Leia buns over your ears, right? That's like one of the quintessential, like, you know, gaming outfit or uniform. Uniform? Is that uniform? Sounds about right to me. You know, the clothes that you wear to signify or to signal that you're one of you know, you're out there in the trenches with everybody. So it's a headset, right? It usually maybe a little bit chunky, you know, a little bit unwieldy, so to speak. Yeah. And look, am I part of the head dent crew? Not anymore. I used to be though, and that freaked me out a little bit. Cause look, maybe I can overshare a little bit here. We're all friends. I've been doing this, you know, for what, like 2 months now. I feel like you should know everything about me. POV, you're like the most normal like relationship ever or something like that. I made the switch, I want to say 3 years ago? Maybe? No, it's way longer than that. let me think in years. 2017. So you can see how my internal clock is maybe a little messed up. I mean, in many ways, you know, if we remove COVID out of the situation, I'm pretty much, I was on the spot there. 1 second. I made a very important switch back then. I was like, you know what? These headphones, I don't like the dent that they're leaving in my head whenever I take it off. Of course, it's like, you know, temporary or whatever. But I was part of the, you know, balding before you're like, you know, fully in your 20s crew. And I got a little, you know, not scared, but a little like, is there anything that I can do to avoid that? And at the same time, since there was like a big change in my life in terms of my living arrangements, I was like, maybe I, you know, I try out this, the same earpiece or like, what's the name of the, I keep saying earpiece, but it's like I'm in the damn Secret Service. You know what I'm talking about? The smaller ones? Earbuds, I guess? Earbuds? Which, what, like buddies for your ear? What is this, an army of ants or something? Zoolander? Sorry, that was like, that entire like aside was just awful, and I just really want to apologize. Yeah, earbuds. I started using those instead of headsets, and can I say, like, it didn't really help in the hair department. Like, I still had to like get, you know, proper treatment for it or whatever. And I can say for now I'm a proud owner of hair, but for how long, who knows. And so that's the meat and potatoes of it. I was perhaps oh, sorry. I went into earbuds territory and I was like, this is pretty good. I don't have like a big thing in my head anymore, which helps with like the I guess tactile part of things, because like headsets were never comfortable, right? Like, I feel like you gotta spend like a pretty good amount of money on a headset if you want it to be comfortable, or alternatively, if you use it as like your one-stop shop of like, you know, microphone as well, then you're in a little bit of trouble, because it's kind of like how hiring a worker works, right? Like, you can either get them like, you know, cheap and fast, or fast and expensive, or not expensive, good quality or something like that. I don't know. Like you know the triangle that I'm talking about though. Kind of like the rules in video games where an enemy can't have like speed, health, and like damage or something like that. And I was like, I'll give it a try. And it ended up working well for me, so well in fact that I've, used it to this day. Give me 1 second. All right, I keep forgetting to do that thing. Me and my friend have like a puzzle that we send each other daily, and for the last like 3 days I've been kind of very out of it, and I've forgotten to send him kisses and what am I doing? What am I doing? I forgot to send him like the to reciprocate and also go through the puzzle and send him my time and stuff like that. The kissing we do like in private, so don't worry about it. He has a wife and everything, so we have to kind of hide it a little bit. What was I talking about before? The whole like earbud, earpiece stuff. I feel like I started sleeping like midway through that story. I felt like I could like concise it a little bit more interestingly, but it just kind of ended up being more of a let's just like pull on this thread until it's fully bare. Like now I need to torch it to be able to wear the shirt without having like little wires or little like not wires, but you know what I'm talking about. Little fucking what's the name of it? The things that like frayed fabric, I guess, in many ways. I don't know. Look, I might not be my strong. It's a Monday, right? It's a Monday. Monday is the day of like, we're in workshop territory at 100% of the time. Like, we're not getting laughs right now, but imagine if you're here, like, getting all of the setups ready, and then whenever like Friday comes along, whenever we spent like the whole week workshopping, like suddenly we have like we put them all, we fire on all cylinders on one day of the week. Wait, then maybe that that doesn't mean just go on Friday and enjoy the baked goods, okay? Like we have a kitchen here with a window, with a glass window, so you can see the cooks cooking. I'm sure they enjoyed that part of their job in those bakeries and, candy making places. You know what I'm talking about? Like, aren't you interested in the craft behind from birth to conception, like how your candy makes its way to your mouth, like the full circle of life or something like that? I want to apologize. How can I put like a neat little bow in the earbuds thing? I don't know, I just did it. And nowadays, I sometimes swap between like, analog earbuds, and by analog I just mean the ones that plug into your computer, so like there's nothing analog about them. If anything, they're like very electronic, but there's like, a spectrum of electricity, I guess I should probably say. Where some things are definitely more electronic than others. And so like I would say like a Bluetooth, wireless earbud is much more electronic than gears, wire, gears, wire, gears. It's much more electronic than something you plug in, but I don't know, maybe that's like the messed up little freak in me wanting to like put labels on everything or whatever. There we go. Yeah, so now I'm an earbud wearer, I'm an earbud haver, and it's nice. I love it. I love every minute of it, Jerry. It's nothing's clunky in my head. And honestly, I recommend maybe not like, a drastic change, but I definitely recommend people to try it out and see if it works for you, because it did wonders for me. No longer having like a heavy thing on my head like all day long. So particularly the all day long thing. I don't think headsets are bad if you game at normal times, like 2 to 4 hours a day or something like that. But if you're a little nasty freak like me, who is in like, you're in it for for the competitive nature of gaming, where you want to put in like 1,000 hours a day or something into games because you have so much free time, then maybe look at earbuds. Maybe it's time to kiss the headset goodbye or something. I don't know. This video isn't sponsored. by, you know, Earbud Corp or something like that. Oh, sorry. I mean, that's maybe that's all I have. Good stream. Bye or something. No, look, okay. Where again? There's nothing wrong. First of all, like nothing can ever follow up the fire, the heat that I was on Friday. Okay, and like you know, over the weekend, things like it's maybe like a powering down. Also, like I'm semi spent from the weekend as well, so like I can blame it a little bit on that. My banter battery is I wouldn't say it's drained, but it hasn't like recovered properly. The illness doesn't help a whole lot. I have to like sleep it off. You guys, whenever you're ill. Also, can I say something vindicating for all men out there? Men, we who have suffered for so long in history, like men have always been the sufferers of things, right? Men rise up, men. I saw something about how because of the hormones that men have or whatever, it lowers our like our immune system. Don't quote me on it, okay? Just go do your own research. My job is to regurgitate like you know tidbits of information that I find everywhere and like compile it into one like you know entertaining, I guess, like compilation of the best bits of the internet and you know crazy shit that people say. Your job is to go out and fact check me and cancel me like you know 5 years after this video is released for spreading misinformation, okay? That's your job, not mine. My job is simply to entertain with lies, okay? So consider this part of the resume, and if it ends up being the truth, then you can quote me on it. Otherwise, don't quote me on it. The whole like man flu thing is apparently real. Like apparently men do get more like affected by like illnesses or something like that. Particularly with like I don't know. Not everything, but whenever we do get affected by like I don't know if it's like viral only or you know bacteria or inflammations or something, there might be some more like research to do with that. But apparently we get very very affected by it all, Jerry. Very affected by it all. Please burn. You burned? Okay, great. We get affected by it all. We get affected by it all a little bit too harshly, perhaps. And so, you know, that's next time you're in bed with your wife and you're like, oh, I'm sick, oh, I can't move. And she's like, get off your ass. You're a big, big manly man. You're gonna say, oh, but my testosterone or something makes it so my immune system is weaker or gets a little bit more shot during times when I'm weak or something. It's completely baseless. And the sources, dude, just trust me. And sources, I saw it on a TikTok. I'm notorious for like compiling a lot of factoids, but not having a good storage system for sources. And so I'll just like say some random shit that I saw somewhere. I guess you can call me like Facebook or whatever, like Facebook in human form or something. And I'll just say it, and I don't say it as fact, okay? I say it, I saw it somewhere, and again, like, you know, do your own research. I always preface it with that, at least in my adulthood. I can't say anything for, like, you know, teenage me, because that guy was a little fucked up. But, you know, imagine if it's true. The amount of vindication you can have, like, just to yourself. Okay, and don't get it twisted. Don't go out and like start using it for like every little thing, okay? It loses its power. You're the reason why men are like fucked up or something. Use it like when it's appropriate, such as when you're sick, okay? Don't be going out and being like, you know, that 3 months ago, whenever I was sick and you treated me wrong, this one random guy that I just watched like 40 minutes of like killing robots or whatever, he told me that, look, man, okay, get your priorities in order. If I'm your main source of information or whatever, then you need to look within, okay? Apologize. I apologize for bringing so much awareness this early into the week. Or something, I don't know. Where are we going? What's happening? We are We're in exit. I need to sell my weapons. I keep forgetting, and then I'm also not grabbing a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I don't need to grab a lot of things, and it's kind of like a blessing, I guess. The thing that about the weapons gathering is that I guess it makes me feel a little cleaner, that I haven't missed out on anything. Like, imagine if there's like a pizza underneath a blue weapon and I miss out on it. That's the kind of shit that occupies my mind as somebody who has like slight paranoia or whatever. It used to be much worse. And I know this isn't like paranoia as much as it is anxiety or whatever. But you guys ever have the quote-unquote superpower? And this, look, I might be like autism posting here, so I apologize for alienating all of you normies out there who rule the world. Oh, I'm sorry that like this one anecdote doesn't include you for the first time in your fucking life. Sorry, I don't have a bone to chew, or a bone to pick or whatever. I saw a guy, like someone, explaining as a spidey sense. Give me a second here. The post was something like, I mentioned that I have the spidey sense to a friend of mine, where like I'm always on edge and I'm always like looking out for potential dangers, and always like over analyzing situations just in case like something might turn bad or whatever. And they were like, brother, that's not spidey sense, that's anxiety. Like extreme anxiety. I was like, I don't know, it feels pretty powerful to me. And that's kind of how it always felt to me as well, until I've said it. I saw it like written quite like that with those words. It didn't really hit until it was written in that beautiful like poem of an explanation. And what can I say except it 100%. I forgot to sell the weapons again. It made sense. It triggered something within me that was like, that's exactly what it felt like. Now I say felt like, sorry, because I've been on medication for a while to help with like some of that paranoia, or again, I keep calling it paranoia. It's definitely anxiety, but like, it manifested that in a way that looked like paranoia to me in my layman, psychology, like armchair psychologist, experience, or my amateur or something like that viewpoint. You understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's that is what it used to feel like, though. I still have it, don't get me wrong, but it's like, instead of it being like front of mind, it's in the back of mind enough that I can like ignore it a lot of the time, or not really ignore it, but like it's a strange thing. It's like I'm aware of it. I see that like right now I feel that I should be getting ready in case this plane crashes, like what every single action I'm gonna take is. And then I'll clearly be ready for any like ill doing that happens from the world within like 5 minutes. Or like, oh, this random event isn't gonna catch me off guard. Okay, I'm reading it. It's like I'm reading a Wikipedia page for like everything that can go wrong. Call it the fucking Murphypedia or something like that. Oh my god, there's more? There's more of you? Surely you're over, right? Jesus. These hoes ain't loyal. Sorry. What I'm talking about? What was I talking about? Something that probably didn't really matter. Anxiety or like being crazy or whatever. Yeah, it's it did feel a little bit like a superpower. I don't know, and maybe not something that you're cursed with, not that you're blessed with, I guess, in a sense, because it did always keep you on edge. And I can definitely say maybe it's like, one of the contributors to the balding or something like that. Because also, can I say how fucked up stress is? Like how just like an exam can make your like your hair turn gray or whatever. I think that we should like some of the scientists. I don't know if they've thought about this stuff before, but looking into stress responses and seeing how we can abate them. I guess like there was a guy that came up, or a person who came up with like a Marlboro or something like that, and gave people the addiction of, you know, being slightly less stressed out, while also like, you know, giving them popcorn longer or whatever. I understand that that's like a possibility out there. You know, like you can feel less stressed out by trading in like you're pretty much like, you know, in the long term, it's a devil's contract where you're signing off your lungs so that you like feel a little bit less stressed out from in the day to day. And again, I make light of it, but I know how, you know, like we'll lead us to kings. I understand how debilitating a little bit stress can be sometimes. I'm just saying that it's fucked up, and I think, you know, maybe scientists out there haven't started looking into it, and now that I've said it, you know, now that I've put that idea out into the world, it will. What I'm trying to say is you're welcome. Okay. Sanest fucking egotistical motherfucker out there. Oh man, I think I quit after I loaded in. Oh, that hits the spot in many ways. You can yeah, science, I don't know, Mr. White. It's crazy, man. Life is full of like chocolates or whatever, and you never know which ones are filled with alcohol. That used to be my favorite. My favorite little treat is you know, during you know, usually it's during Christmas time, the little bottles of chocolate that come with like, oh, that's the wrong number, psych. Sorry. The little chocolate bottles, and by little I do mean like, you know, thumb sized or whatever, that have like a little cavity within them that they put alcohol in. I've always been a fan ever since I was a child. Sorry, those below 21 in the US could never. You know, like they were always like nice little sweet treats. I don't know what it was about it. And look, if you're looking at me in the eye and telling me, "Oh wow, that is so like irresponsible of your parents to allow you to have those," like, fucking suck me, okay? Like, I know what some of you motherfuckers out there are like, okay? I doubt the fucking 0.1 gram of alcohol, like, for the day, like, affected my ass in any way. If anything, it like acted as a as a cleanse or something like that, as a juice cleanse, but alcohol style. Look, if anything, it made me much happier. I felt less stressed out. Honestly, I felt like the whole world was against me or something. I don't know. I don't know what that bit is. We'll workshop it. We'll put it in a drawer and pick it up later, okay? But I don't know. At this point, I'm going a little loco mode. But that's kind of what you're here for, ain't it? I was shooting at an already dead claptrap, and in many ways was it desecrating the corpse, yes, but in other ways, is it like a machine that I have little feelings for? Yeah, absolutely. Machines, quite frankly, I forgot to sell my weapons again. Machines, quite frankly, deserve every bit of torture. Detroit Become Human, that was a fantasy for me. Sorry, no. Maybe that's a little bit too much. I don't know. Look, I don't see machines as like taking our jobs necessarily bad. I see it more as a well, not whenever it comes to like art and whatever. Like that's pretty much the one thing that robots aren't supposed to have like a holdover. So like, you know, AI art and stuff like that. Again, it's a complicated issue. Like I think overall it's definitely like a net negative for the world and at large, but at the same time, it's a good tool, right? Like many things are good tools, unless like, you know, used by the wrong people. POV your gun trying to stay relevant in the US or something. I don't know. I'll have to work on that one. And you know, like I don't know. I think overall bad. Ooh, boo, boo. But in other ways, it could be fun or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I need to think about it. I just wish we lived in a utopia or something. Wouldn't things like be easier if we just like could conjure up like the best case scenario for like nearly everything? I think, you know what, maybe the scientists should like get away from all the stress response stuff and get into like all of this utopia stuff. I think there's some good juju to be drawn from that. And I'm sure like if they like, you know, put 2 uranium like atoms and bash them together at like lightning speed, like something of that effect will happen where they'll they'll create world peace or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. That's why they leave it to the big shots, right? Probably something like that. I don't know. Finding out the God particle or something. Yo, that was a claptrap bubblehead. Let's go. Thank God, dude. That was like a fresh bell, proverbially. That I didn't need to. Oh, that took me out of the hole before I could dig further. You know the expression "digging yourself a hole." Sometimes I feel like I'm wielding like an excavator instead of a shovel. It just gets deeper and deeper. I don't know how to put it. Okay, I don't know why I saw it was the wrong one. Okay, can I tell you the truth there? The reason why I did that was essentially because I wanted to see if audio was still coming through the game to the stream. So then I was like, oh yeah, let me just shoot this missile that I know is gonna fire like 50 times. Oh, I apologize. I apologize for a bit of a jump scare or something like that. Okay. Let's get rid of all the weapons. We've gotten ammo again. Look, has this been like 4 reloads in the making? Yeah. But, you know, like sometimes that's the price you pay whenever you become a multi-faceted gamer is you queue actions, okay? Call me Opus Magnum or something like that. You guys ever played that game? Pretty good, pretty good. Look, if you're into like automation games, I know like something about a couple of them. Don't get it twisted, he has played like a game before. I don't know, we'll lead us to Kingos or whatever. The world is a screwed up place. Default into all of the like system messages or something, you know, the default messages. I like that I have some of those that I can back up on or something. Fall back on. Not back up on, okay? That's maybe a little freakier than what I intend to or something? I don't know. What's blocking me? What's happening? There's nothing blocking me? I'm getting, it's like hypnosis sometimes, you know, like this whole like pointing and clicking thing. Sometimes you're like, I don't know, like first of all, like, you know, don't knock it till you try it until you've like recorded like 5 hours of constant yapping, and I don't want to hear your opinion, okay? Like, oh, streaming is so easy. First of all, go fuck yourself. P.S. Don't reply if you talk all the time. Because then you have like you have a bit of a unfair advantage, okay? Like you're pretty much just doing what you always do, but this time you have some hand-eye coordination shenanigans going on at the same time. You're not my target, okay? I'm talking to the people who like are quiet the whole time, and every time they play games are, I'm not gonna say drooling on the keyboard because that's maybe a little offensive, but they're definitely not sending their best brain cells to the hands, okay? I'll put it that way. I'm get it twisted. I'm not talking to the individuals who you know, whenever they're playing like particularly a shooter game, they're like, you know, slightly tilted forward or something like that. Also, that's something that I need to try on at some point. As well is different positions while streaming. I haven't given that much of a chance, I guess. I've been like kind of trying to fix my posture or work on my posture, I should say. And I don't think I've ever had particularly bad posture. Like I always try to keep my back like against a chair or whatever. But if the stream, like if I can power up the stream by going to like, you know, gamer tilt mode, you know what I'm talking about? The whenever you are gaming and you lean, the gamer lean. Yes, thank you, brain. You know, if I put the gamer lean into it, the stanky leg or whatever, we can we can go places in many ways. Oh, who's next on the menu? I'm sending like a little guy up in my head to like the bit repository or whatever, and like we're going over to like a file and just blowing blowing all the dust out of it and polishing it, trying to find like the next thread. It's a